Hello, brothers of the internet. Today I will be attempting to create the hot tea distribution mobile. And you may think at first one of these vans would be good. Well, that's not the case. We've got a far too high centre of gravity. Because if you've not seen the hot tea meme, we have to get the hot tea there on time. And we have to get there quick. And we're not going to get there quick if we have a high centre of gravity. So we need something practical. Yet we still need it to have a lower centre of gravity and a big enough, powerful enough engine that's still light enough to actually get the hot tea there on time. So, quite a complicated matter, I think. We do have an estate. That would be the very conventional way of doing it. It calls it a hatchback, but I'm sure there's an estate variant. And, as I say, that would be a van, yeah. That's kind of a hatchback-based van. That's pretty good as well. Not as good as an estate, though. Now, I did think of doing something crazy. I thought of getting a, what was it, sports car, one of these, and using it. Ooh. That looks like a pickup truck, though, and pickup trucks are not low to the ground. That's a problem we face here. So, yeah, we have a 1975 convertible, supposedly, which looks pretty good. If we can make it out of the right materials, I can't really see much problem with that. 75 pickup, kind of like an El Camino. Problem is, if we use a pickup truck, it wouldn't be very well balanced at all. If we use a van, the same really applies. And we need to be somewhat aerodynamic, I guess. Now, these do look aerodynamic, and these are probably the best shot we've got. But I do like to defy convention with my vehicles, and we don't have to build modern cars by any means, because it's an alternate universe, okay, where 2018 hasn't happened yet. That's why I explain why it's still on 2017. And, I mean, what can I use? I can try 1975 van. If the weight balance isn't too bad, this looks pretty ideal, because it's car-based, and it looks very simple, so it shouldn't be that heavy. And it should still be large enough to seat the hot tea and all the people we need to make for hot tea. Which is, I think, 4. But, you know, you could probably make hot tea with 2 people if you really had to. You know, it's professionalism, though. We have to have professional hot tea. Unitary is probably the best compromise we've got between everything. Even if it's not technically the quickest. Ooh. Should we go with carbon fibre? I think we might. I don't know, though. Do I want it to be realistic? I think I'll go with aluminium for the chassis and carbon fibre for the panel material. Hot tea must be delivered at no compromise, remember? It has to get there. I think we want a front transverse, and we're going to have all-wheel drive, so hopefully bring it to a kind of Subaru Impreza, Mitsubishi Evo, Ford Fusion Sport level of sportiness, I guess. We don't want leaf springs. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just chucking some bits on. Camera, no. Camera back. And I think double wishbone is probably the best we've got for the front. Not a bad technology, mind. And multi-link for the rear. Which is best for comfort, I wonder. Yeah, so I think double wishbone, at least it says it's the best for comfort on the front. And on the rear, I don't know why this camera's jumping down. For the rear, we have multi-link, which again, I think is the best for comfort. Indeed, it appears to be the case. Oh no. Is it? Yeah, it is. I'm just being confused. Semi-trailing arm might be the same, though. No. Double wishbone or multi-link. Multi-link is what we're going with. The hot tea has to be protected, because we're going to be delivering it with a lot of water and everything as well, remember? I'm inclined to say the van variants will probably be lighter. And that is, what, more inbound suspension, or is it just the way it is? I'd say it's really body-coloured bumpers. It's hard to say, but I would say because the bumpers on this are one piece, whereas they're kind of 2 piece on that, it would be slightly lighter. It also looks nicer, yes, but if we don't have as many pieces of bodywork to deal with, Can't I adjust anything on this? I'm grabbing around. Am I just on the wrong menu? That's definitely the wrong menu. Very odd. I can't seem to change anything. Oh, wait. Did I see it? It won't seem to let me grab and stretch any bit of the car, oddly. Now, I want to see other cars, actually. I want to see if there's a shooting brake of anything. So, I don't believe we have anything fancy on that. 1990 coupe. Probably have an estate, but again, it won't be the utilitarian estate. I don't know. Is there anything else of this era? There's the 71 van, but again, I don't think that's low enough to the ground. Ah, I'm on this one now. 1980 van. I think this might be pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, kind of based on a hatchback, but still a van. And I can actually move the body around. I can actually move a bit more weight backwards, so I hope. And bring that down, maybe, and forwards. Yeah, this is going to be our hot tea delivery van. This little thingy-mabob. Although, no, the centre of gravity is just too high. I can tell that now. I shouldn't be worried about this, but I am. 1980 coupe. If I can get an estate body of this, no, I can't. If I could have got an estate body, though, that would have been a really good car to use. Can we go body year? No, it's only last 20 years, oh dear. And I just want something big, simple and practical, really. At the cost of all safety, I guess. We have a 1990 convertible, very low centre of gravity, but where's the cargo holding space? I'll try this. If there's an estate variant of this looks like a huge car. But it's made of carbon fibre, so that should absorb some of it. No. Oh. I've got the variants to appear when they weren't appearing before. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Try this one. Or this one maybe. This one's smaller. Do you have any other variants? No, you don't. Looks like it's 75 van or 74 van maybe? No. I'm going with this one. Just a very generic styled van. What can I say? It's suitable enough for delivering hot tea. The rear passengers, if I decide to have rear seats, might suffer, but it's still likely lighter than having windows back there. So, you know, the passengers have to suffer in favour of having really quicker hot tea delivery. We need the bodywork first. So, have we got a new custom paint colour? Yes, indeed we have. And I think we can modify it. Come on. Am I modifying the right one? Oh, this is new paint as well. I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Wait, we could make it tea coloured. Yes. It's kind of a tea coloured car now. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think that's too close. I think it needs to be a little darker. Maybe, I think that's vaguely tea coloured. Vaguely, but you know, it's a thing. And it's gonna deliver, hopefully. Now, I do have another plan. It's going to be plastic all around. As much as I like chrome, it's going to be light. And plastic is light, but chrome isn't. So that's why we have to do it this way. I don't even know why we're bothering to paint the car. Probably so it blends in and it doesn't terrify people. Or that they don't chase it and steal our hot tea. That's the explanation we all go with, I think. Pillar? What's that? Plastic, anyway. It's all going to be plastic. We have various lights. There's not too much to speak of here. I mean, what do I do? It's an 80s car. Ooh. Yes. Stupid idea. Stupid idea, but maybe. Nah, so I can't change her bodywork though, so I can't do a Toyota Truino, sorry, and bring that down and have a pop-up headlights. It's just not gonna work. I think it... Ooh. Could we utilise these effectively, I wonder? Try that. Kind of. I think if I move them in just a little, and then if I try and grab some indicators, maybe I could sneak these up the side. I don't know though. If this works, I would be so happy. Hot tea would be arriving everywhere on time. Come on. The development was a bit rushed just so the hot tea could get there on time. So I think we've got to just squeeze it on the end, and so it's there. Not quite as neatly as I would have hoped, but you know, it's fit into the space, and now Mariah Carey can enjoy her hot tea without worrying this is going to get lost at a junction and not know what to do. You can get bigger. Ooh, bump. Bring that down just a touch. There we go. It's not exactly the most advanced design in the world, but I'll make do with it. If only we could get a tea, that would be brilliant, just to represent that it's a tea delivery vehicle. Yes, tea. This is going to be it. Hot tea. It's a big letter T because, well, it's a big job it's got to carry out. We need the tea. We need a lot of tea to be delivered today. If a tea is not delivered, someone will get very upset. And we do not want to see her upset. Tea. Tea to tea. Can just drop one on the tailgate as well. Oh no, they might get confused. They might think it's a tailgate letter. Right, we'll have to fix that. T. I'm gonna do a terrible letter. I'm gonna do a terrible thing here. It's gonna just look like a really bad ransom note. T. T. Can I make it a smiley face, I wonder? Do they have colons and whatever? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. What's happened there? No. Don't duplicate yourself. You're just a T vehicle. T, see? And we need exhausts. I would say we need like 8 exhausts on this. No, minimalism, because that saves weight and gets the tea delivered quicker. Yeah, just thinking this is carbon fibre though, and I've still got plastic bumpers on it. Ah dear. No, we don't need an antenna. We're not having music on this car. That would entertain the occupants and slow them down so they could finish listening to their song. We don't want that, not at all. We have various number plates. Camshaft, automation. Just try this one. I don't know what to put, unless there's a specific T plate, which I'm pretty sure there isn't. There's not really much I can do about that. I mean, it just has regular plates. What can I say? I need mirrors. We need some cheapo plasticky mirrors. Can we flip them round the other way? Yes, indeed. They look a little odd on this body, but you know, I can deal with it. It's not like it's the end of the world. So, there we go. And plastic. There we go. Very odd mirrors for this kind of vehicle, but so it's going to work. We can have another grille down here, just to finish the design. I mean, it wouldn't work if I didn't have any kind of grille down there, I can say that much. And do I need anything up there? I could have another set of lights, just in case it somehow gets dark. We do need to make sure that our drivers can see when they are delivering the hot tea. There we go. Give it some fog lights for rallying our hot tea to its location. No matter, nothing is going to stand in our way. It is going to get the hot tea there, no matter what. And there we go. Bring out just a little. There we go. They are quite far into the bumper, I'll say that now. I don't think I need any additional bonnet vents. I've got enough ventilation on the front. I need some tail lights, however. Tail lights, where are you being? Yes, I can finally use these, though. Finally got a car I can use them on without looking particularly poor. There we go. Tea. Yeah, I think now all we've got is door handles and it should be just about finished. No. You go down. There we go. We need some door handles and it will be finished, as I was saying. Door handle. Yep, let's have these. I've just thought I need fancy aerodynamic door handles because we want it to be super fast. And if it's not super fast, then it won't get the hot tea there on time. And that is a possibility we definitely do not want to happen. There we go. That is the design. I'd like to say it's something a lot more than it is, but that's all we really need. The only changes I make from this point forwards are probably design changes. Aero changes don't do anything, so I could add that, but it would only just make the car look worse. Now, I'm pretty sure I want to take this is an inline 4, and it's too long, really. I've not even built it yet. We can go with a heavily turbocharged inline 4, because I want lightweight and I want power. Ooh, we can make it ALSI, sure, why not? We need it in this case. In other cases, maybe it's not worth the extra money, but this is a hot tea delivery vehicle. We really can't spare expenses, not significant expenses at least. Forged internals should be good enough. I'm not sure, but in history they haven't been particularly bad, so I don't see the problem with them. We do want the turbocharger, we want ball bearing, we want a intense intercooler. I mean, maybe I'm over-engineering it here, but 628 will at least give us, for certain, the cooling we need. It's not showing the intercooler, but still. I'll go with direct injection per cylinder, performance intake, and regular fuel, because my drivers are a bit stupid and they don't really read the instruction that says use premium. So, but no, we have to pay more. No, I'm being stupid. I can't afford to cheap out and buy stupid drivers. We have to have expensive drivers that know what fuel to put in, and we have to use premium because otherwise the hot tea won't arrive on time. How am I missing this? Oh dear. Some days. Try and get it revving a bit higher. It's all broken now, but it will work someday. Throw all this stuff on. Do we want any mufflers? No, mufflers might potentially slow it down a tiny amount. Okay, after listening to that, I should probably go with a muffler. Now let's try it. Well, it hasn't made a difference, but anyway, it makes 200 horsepower, and that's without me even tuning it and everything probably blowing up. So, you know, I just don't know what I'm going to do about the engine size. Am I going to have an inline 3? Probably not. However, I could probably go with a 2-litre V6. Not particularly what I wanted to do, but if it works, it works, and I can't fault technology like that that will just work for me. Or maybe 2.5 even. It's not the hugest engine, but it'll make power. There we go. So it's not saying it's too big, is it? The current engine does not fit. That's okay, that's a width thing. Does 60° fix it? Yeah, there we go. The engine bay is very full now, but the engine does fit. So we can deliver the hot tea with some rapid speed. And our 60° V6 should do a decent job of that. And moving on. Can we see it through there? No, it's not showing it yet. We want transverse all-wheel drive. That might be why though. Consider this is an older car where, well, everything about it is smaller than a modern car. And we have it mounted transversely in here. And the power has to go all through and under the engine and everything. It's not hard to imagine why it would fill this engine bay. We can go with a, I don't know, sequential? I guess sequential is a good transmission for this stuff. I think that's where you have the paddles. I don't want dual clutch, it'll add weight. We'll go with geared differentials, or no, electronic are supposed to be better. Radial tyres. We'll go with sport compound or semi-slicks. Well, in case it's raining, I'll just go with sports compound, because semi-slicks in the rain would not be a very positive experience. And look at these tyres I can apparently fit. Excellent. Sadly, I can't make the wheel arches any bigger, so it'll just look odd if I go bigger than about 235, 225. I think 225 on the front are good. They should, to be honest, with the sport compound, it should be enough to have 225, 245. I don't know, but so I can hope. It's going to be on very firm suspension as well. We'll go with carbon fibre wheels. They need to be bigger themselves. Maybe not that big. They still have to... They do actually still have to absorb potholes and keep the hot tea safe. So, yeah, I know. I guess the other question would be, is the hot tea going to be already made? In order to get there on time, it would probably have to be. So, yeah. I don't really want to go that small on the wheels though, so 15 inches is probably about as good as I can compromise it. And hydro pneumatic suspension, so it has the advantage of the not tipping, but still the other advantages. I don't know what stopping power I'll need. It'll just complain if I give it too powerful brakes, so for now I'll try vented discs and solid discs. I'll adjust it later. And I'll have a fully clad under tray. Do we need an active wing? I don't know. Probably. And cooling flaps. Give it a bit more cooling airflow. Give it a bit more brake airflow. And we could have a bench seat on the front, but no. We'll have 3 seats rear, 2 seats front, which is 5 collectively. Can't add anything in the back. Or should I have... Wait, so... I don't know what those different bits mean, but that would give us a proper van loading bay, which would give us all of the stuff we need. You know what, I think since this is to deliver the hot tea, we'll be fine with just having 2 seats, personally. And then when it gets there, we'll have other people to make it and everything. Entertainment? We won't give them any entertainment. They are here to do a job, and that is to deliver the hot tea on time. We'll go with... either one of these is probably the best, which is either electric or variable hydraulic. I think that's preferable to most drivers. I don't know though. Do we want ESC? Yes, naturally. The tyres aren't the widest in the world. It's probably better we have some stability controls to help us. Safety? You get no safety. Again, nah, it's probably enough to say they get some basic safety. But I'm not adding a lot in terms of weight with that. Hydro pneumatic suspension with active sway bars. Set up for sport because we do want this thing to ride well while also not tipping a lot and also having overall good performance. And I think hydro pneumatic is probably the best, just the way it works and everything. Yeah, front brake force is low, rear brake force is high, okay, and the engine bay fill factor is very high. Car's roll angle is high, okay. The rear wheels are wide? No, I'm not reducing the rear width. The engine shows signs of valve float, so it would. It's not developed properly. How much until you stop moaning about my roll angle? Has that stopped it? No, it has not. Come on! We have to beat Transit Super Sport vans everywhere, although it'll probably do that, to be honest. And without much effort right now. So, roll angle is 3200. Front and rear. They are stiff sway bars. I'll say that now. And it shouldn't need to be that stiff, but hey, maybe it does have to be. 39 miles per gallon and an engine with what? 216 horsepower. Yeah, this is definitely messed up because I'm not even tuning that engine. Ah, yes, look at that. Four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive is probably the more relevant term. And it weighs 935 kilos. Excellent for getting hot tea delivered. Trouble is, weight distribution is dreadful. I guess you would expect. It's a heavily turboed inline six. I would say I might use the other non-turbo V6 I built for the Ford Fusion, but to be honest, it's probably not right. It's probably just not quick enough to go with the rest of the vehicle, even though it would improve the weight balance. The good thing about this is hydro pneumatic suspension, it kind of adapts to the load and everything, and when we load some hot tea into the back of this vehicle, it will balance out a lot, considering if we're dealing with the liquids and everything as well of that make up the hot tea. So all in all, I think it's a decent hot tea delivery vehicle as of yet. What does it think for markets? I'm interested to see this. Nah, it's just not showing up. And there's our engine. So I'll finish developing everything and then I'll return. Okay, so here we have a final time. It's a 2 minutes point 49 time. I was able to extract a lot more speed than I initially thought I would be able to with this, given it is designed to deliver that hot tea, and Mariah Carey would get pretty angry if she didn't get a hot tea on time, so yeah, we've got pretty high needs of this vehicle anyway. Anyway, as you'll see here, it's set at 201.46 this time. That's because I've changed a few things, namely the multi-link suspension and the drum brakes it's got on the back, but the bomb is the only thing that's beating it. It's our second quickest vehicle on the leaderboard, and that I think is pretty impressive. We've also beaten the Sunshine Speedster by 4.5 minutes, quite clearly, and that was supposed to be a Formula 1 inspired kind of retro car. Although, that might have been rear-wheel drive, so to be fair on it, this is all-wheel drive. But it does only have 600 horsepower, it's not ridiculously powerful. And I really weren't expecting it. It was saying similar times, to be honest, when it had 400 horsepower. The power didn't make that much difference. It took about 4 seconds, maybe a bit more off it, but It was quick before and it's still quick now. You'll notice if we look under here, the weight balance has improved and as has the engine gone longitudinal. I've done that because, well, the weight balance was getting pretty dreadful in certain suspension configurations. And it was just me playing around with suspension types. It should really have disc brakes and double wishbone suspension, but I can't be bothered changing it again. I mean, I found the best setup that I could use with this. I mean, I would have loved to get it under 2 minutes because it's crazy fast, but I don't think that's going to become the case unless I throw even more power at it or semi-slicks or something, because I've already done quite a bit to get to this level. I did consider making it rear-wheel drive, but longitudinal wasn't enough to kind of recover the weight balance, and so it was. I've not actually said much, but I did change the unitary round, I think. I didn't really think too much of it at the time, but no, it's still glued aluminium chassis. I'm pretty sure I changed it to AHS steel. My mind must just be playing tricks on me, to be honest. Tyres are wider. I made them as wide as they would go. Just go through a few menus and I should be able to find it. 245 front, 265 rear. Oh, I could probably go with 275. Well, on these suspension type, I could. On double wishbone, it was stuck with 265, so that's what I used. And that's just what I had to deal with, because I can't stretch out the bodywork or anything to fit wider on. It has got, I think, 2 seats. I might have changed to 3. No, it's got 2 seats. Although 3 is probably practical enough with it being a van. But I don't know for certain. So, this being car-based, it's probably better that it remains a 2-seater, to be honest. It's probably what it would be in reality, let's be honest with that. And the sequential 7-speed transmission remains. As you'll see here, we get 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. It was saying 2.5. I don't know what's going on with that. As with the other figures, you'll see 29 miles per gallon. If that is a legitimate miles per gallon, that is pretty good, but I don't know what's going on because it's been jumping all over the place recently. So I don't know if something's particularly wrong with the engine in this version of the game. Now, the move to longitudinal did make it a bit more understeery. That can't be denied. But, so, I guess it's stable as well. And it is still very, very quick. So yeah, the way it corners. I did change this though, because for something with ultra basic internals, it's not like you're going to be able to fit all the complicated electronics that would usually be associated with a in-car entertainment system to turn them on or off. You probably just get the basics, which is traction control and anti-lock braking system. So that's what I wanted to do, try and keep it true to the origins of what it is really, a ultra basic van with high-end components to help it deliver tea or coffee or whatever extremely, extremely quickly. Now, how we'll break the speed limits without getting caught, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to use this tea-coloured paint, which will be very, very stealthy, I think. And I mean, what more can I say? 610 horsepower. The engine, yes, I've got to talk about that. What do you expect, honestly? It's a 3-litre V6 now, but there's so limited space in this car. It's hard to see me fitting anything else in it. Even in longitudinal layout, it doesn't seem like a 90-degree would fit. I can even go on here, and I think I'll show you, but it doesn't look like it'll fit, at least not easily in the car. And has that fit easily in the car? I don't know. Either way, it shouldn't make much difference. Does it fit? Yeah, I think it does actually, which is surprising. But, you know, I built the engine as a 60-degree and I wanted to keep it that way. So that's the way it's like that. Yeah, here we've got all our fixtures. I've not made any changes here. So unless something's glitched out, it'll all be the same. Same here, same here. And also, I did go +5 on quality on everything. You may have been noticing that. I think I may have changed 1 or 2 components here as well. I'm not really sure. Can bring that up for a moment. Yeah, for the most part, it is the same engine you've seen earlier on, though. I've got the turbocharger here. Intercooler, I was actually able to... Oh. Yeah, it's a bit late for that now. But you'll see there. Sometimes you can just give it a more reinforced intercooler, and it doesn't actually add that much weight, but it does give me a decent power improvement. If we're talking maximum efficiency, it definitely won't be worth it. But look at this. 956 horsepower radiator there, and it gives us 618 horsepower. And that weighs in at 172.7. Now, I could compromise. I could lose that radiator size and lose 7 horsepower, but what is this? Maybe 1-2 kilograms maximum that I've saved. So the power difference, I think, is easily worth it. But, you know, I kind of missed that trick there just on the end. I should have really tried it. It's still quite an efficient engine, 18 psi, as it would be running a lot of boost in order to make the power. Twin turbo, I believe, as well, so we're not running a single turbo as we are with all my inline 4 machines I've built. And I can hopefully let you hear it now, if it doesn't lag like it was earlier. I'll just keep it on here for a moment, and then I'll load up the graph so you can see the hot exhausts. Okay, so I think that's about all you could want to hear from this engine. And there's the internal, somewhat 5 valve per cylinder as well. I'll mention that now. Part of the reason I was able to get 600 horsepower from a fairly small engine, actually. And I've just realised it kind of looks like a hearse. Oh dear. Not the kind of look you want. That's a look of disappointment, not the look of joy when the tea finally arrives. We've got slightly smaller wheels here, I think an inch smaller than we had because the game was complaining about them being uncomfortable. Either way, it doesn't seem to affect performance, so you know, if it makes it a bit more comfortable, what have I got to lose? It's got ugly plastic bumpers as well, so it's not like I'm going to suddenly make it a better looking car and feel huge amounts better for it. As much as I would like the bigger wheels, it's just not the biggest deal in the world. And that's all I've really got to say. It's 60% frontal weight distribution, a lot more than I would like, but given the circumstance and that this engine is a 200 kilogram engine and an 1100 kilogram car, things could have gone a lot worse. And we've got all these problems. Handling tends to be understeering, the load capacity is low and all that, but I think for the most part I have still built a good car. And it apparently does 200 miles per hour now. Is that because I've added a bit of power there? No, I've not added any power. It just decided it can do 200 now. So, markets, yes. I didn't look at this earlier, and I'm not sure I'll be able to look at it now properly because it just doesn't give me a price. I'm not sure if I missed something really obvious, but it doesn't want to give me a price. So it does seem to think it's a muscle premium here, or a hypercar. I wouldn't say has the exclusivity to be a hypercar, because it is essentially a utilitarian tool, but a very fast one. A race car in many ways. So, you know, that's a thing. And around here, they see very much the same in it. Maybe they're just the defaults, I don't know. And yeah, so I'm proud of this. It is a car. There's nothing more I can say. It's 1,100 kilos now. I'll probably put over 100 kilograms on from what it was when I left you, but, you know, things change. And part of that is the multi-link suspension. If I change the multi-link suspension, more weight moves forwards, and I don't want that. So I'm going to leave it here for today, and I'll say goodbye until another day.